Good afternoon, guys. I am Miss Nikita and welcome to Physics. Today we are going to talk about density. Let's go ahead. Let me share my screen. What are our learning outcomes today? Or learning objectives are first to understand what density is. Second, to calculate the densities of various objects. Okay, now let's go ahead. Let's understand what is density. You have to tell me in this picture, you see there are three objects. One is a wooden cock, second is wood itself, and third is aluminum. Now, out of this, if you see that wood or the cork, it's floating and aluminum is not floating, so it's sinking, right? Why does wood float on water and metals like iron don't? I'm giving you 1 minute to discuss among your group, and then after that we'll just find out the answer. Okay, let's go to this YouTube link and find out what density is and why this happens. So once you see the video, there is an example of forest in the video. Which forest is denser? So when there are more trees, that forest is denser compared to where there are less trees, less amount of trees, that forest is not that dense as the other one, right? Same way, density is when we are comparing two objects where there are more numbers of atoms or molecules. Okay, what density depends on, right? As we are talking about space, it depends on volume. And how to calculate if there are more number of atoms in one object and less number of atoms in other object of same volume or same space? So what we do to find that out is we calculate mass. So density depends on two things, that is mass and volume. Okay. Now let's see what is the relation between these three things. Now you can see the triangle over here tells you what is the relation between these. So mass is equal to density times volume. Hence, density is mass over volume. Same way, volume is equal to mass over density. So you got relation of all the three now. Volume, so if I give you an example of calculate volume, if I give you mass and density, you can calculate using this equation. If you have to calculate density, you will calculate using this equation. And if you have to calculate mass, you'll use this equation. Understood? So this is our first learning outcome, to understand what is density. Now let's calculate the density of various objects. That's our second learning outcome. There are three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. So we'll find out density of each state. Density of solids. Now in solids there are two types of solids according to their volumes. If we can easily calculate the volume without any instruments, it's regularly shaped solid. If we need special instruments to find out the volume, then it is irregularly shaped solid and liquids and gases, which we will discuss. Let's go to regularly shaped solid. When we talk about regularly shaped solid, we have the equation, that is volume is equal to length times width times height, and we can easily calculate the volume. And then if you know the mass, or you can, if you don't know the mass, you can just put it on weighing scale and get the mass, and then you can find out density. Easy. To explore it more, I want to share an example. So look here. Example, mass is say 2710 kilograms and volume is 1 meter cube. You remember, right? The volume is always in meter cube or centimeter cube. Same way, mass is always in kilogram or grams. So we are using SI units over here. So as SI unit of mass is kilogram and volume is meter cube, density's unit will be kilogram per meter cube. If it is in CGS system, it will be gram per centimeter cube or CC, cubic centimeter. Okay, we'll see that later. Now, so the mass is 2710 kilogram and volume is 1 meter cube. What will be the density? Now I'm giving you 2 minutes to find out the answer. You got the answer? The answer should be 2710, that is 2710 kilogram per meter cube. Correct. That is your answer. So you just have to divide mass by volume. Okay. Now let's explore more. Let's go to this link of PhET and explore more about it. Okay. Okay. Now over here, you can select type of material, say wood, or you have ice, you have brick, or you have metals like aluminum, or you can choose your own material and you can also decide what should be the mass of that material. So say I'll take 5 kilogram of, say 5.3 kilogram of aluminum. Same way I have wood. Then see, the volume is same, but the mass has decreased now. And you get that wood is floating. Same way you can see a foam like thermocol, right? It is again floating. Brick, it will not float. So you know which substance is floating and which is not. Same way you can also compare using two substances, two different substances. You can try this. I'm giving you 5 minutes and then we'll come back. Okay. Now, have you all done it? Now let's go to irregularly shaped solid because it's easier to find out the regularly shaped solid. You just have to calculate the mass using weighing scale, and then you just find out volume by using this equation. Volume is equal to length times width times height. Simple. Now let's go to irregularly shaped solids. In this, what happens is, because we cannot just use the equation and find out the volume, what we have to do is, you'll require to find out the volume using a measuring cylinder. So what we do is, here we are using Archimedes principle, and you will find out how much is the raise in volume that you get, and using weighing balance you found out the mass, that is 39.21 grams. Now remember, this is in grams, not kilograms. Now when you're measuring using water, when you're using a measuring cylinder to find out the volume of water, it will be in milliliters. So milliliters is equivalent to cubic centimeter. Okay. Now this is the increased column. So now you can see over here that this reading after you put the solid in is 60, and the first reading is 48 somewhere, right? So we'll take the volume V2 minus V1, or the final volume minus initial volume, and we'll find out the density. Say mass is 39.21 grams and the volume, changed volume is 60 minus 48, that will be 12, and you will get the answer. So what is the answer, guys? Did you get the answer as 3.27, something like that? Yeah, then you are absolutely correct. Now let's go ahead. Now in liquids, how to find out density of a liquid? Now let's compare two substances first. Why does oil float on water? I'm giving you another minute, or say 2 minutes, to discuss amongst you guys, why does oil float on water? Which one of these two liquids have more density? Okay. Is oil more denser or water? Water, right? And that's the reason why oil floats on water. How we can find out the density over here? Same way, you can just find out the mass using weighing scale, and you can find out the volume using measuring cylinder, and here we can find out the density of liquid, mass over volume. Now, gases. When you are taking gases and measuring densities, it can be a bit trickier. Okay, how? So what you do is, whatever gas you want to find out the density first, you will take it in a conical flask and you will cover it. Then you will measure the mass. Then what you'll do is, you will take a vacuum pump and you will take out the gas, and then you will again measure the weight of the conical flask again, so that you get the difference between the two, because you know the weight of the gas is very less, right? So you will get the difference, and then that will be your mass. Now, volume, again, you know what is the volume of the conical flask, you can find out, and you can get the density, that is mass with air or with any gas minus mass without the air or without the gas upon the volume or over the volume, right? So you can just get the density like that. Okay, now guys, all of you understood how to calculate density? Yes, that's very good. Now let's solve the question to know or check your understanding. Okay, so these are your review questions, or you can say exit ticket. Now we understood what is density, and we have calculated densities of different objects, right? So that's it. Thank you.